Deep in the heart of the Colorado mountains, my girlfriend and I had an insatiable love for skiing. It was not only our shared passion but the very catalyst that brought us together. As winter approached last year, we decided to embark on a vacation like no other, seeking thrills and chills amidst the snowy slopes. Little did we know that our romantic getaway would soon transform into a bone-chilling nightmare. After careful planning, we reserved an Airbnb cabin near Vail Mountain. The rumors whispered among locals indicated that a private cabin would offer a cozier, more peaceful, and undoubtedly romantic experience. As we touched down at the remote airport, the biting chill of the winter air welcomed us. We made our way to the rental car agency, opting for the cheapest vehicle available, a dilapidated Honda Civic. With nerves tingling, we began our treacherous ascent up the mountainous roads. The sludge and icy conditions made every turn a perilous endeavor. We trudged onward, slowly leaving civilization behind as we ventured onto a desolate, forested side road. The isolation was both thrilling and disconcerting, as if nature itself was slowly enveloping us. Eventually, we reached the cabin, far removed from any signs of human life. It stood tall, a lone sentinel amidst the snow-covered landscape. The cabin's owner had left the key hidden in the mailbox, an ominous sign of the solitude that awaited us. As I unlocked the door, an eerie creak resonated through the stillness. Stepping inside, a pungent scent of decay mingled with the expected wood, shrouding the air in an unsettling aura. The cabin, though not grand, possessed an eerie spaciousness. Its walls seemed to harbor secrets, and the darkness beyond the windows whispered of untold mysteries. A sense of foreboding washed over us, but we dismissed it as mere nerves. After all, we had come for the thrill of skiing, not to dwell within the cabin's unsettling embrace. Days turned into nights as we conquered the treacherous slopes of Vail Mountain. The weather grew harsher, with blizzards obscuring our vision and adding an extra layer of danger to our endeavors. But it was during the nights that the true horrors would unfold. Strange noises emanated from the surrounding forest, chilling our very souls. Whispers carried by the wind seemed to taunt us, echoing through the cabin's corridors. Sleep became elusive, as every creak and groan of the cabin amplified our fears. Shadows danced along the walls, their twisted forms mirroring the darkness that consumed our thoughts. We began to question our own sanity, unsure of whether the terrors were real or figments of our imagination. One fateful night, as the storm raged outside, we huddled together by the flickering fire, seeking solace from the encroaching dread. That's when we heard it, the sound of footsteps, heavy and deliberate, coming from the attic above. Our hearts pounded in our chests as we exchanged terrified glances. With trembling hands, I grabbed a nearby poker, ready to confront whatever lurked in the darkness. Carefully, we ascended the creaking stairs, each step fraught with anticipation. The door to the attic loomed before us, its presence ominous and oppressive. Summoning our dwindling courage, we pushed it open, revealing a pitch-black void. The scent of decay grew stronger, assaulting our senses and intensifying our unease. A flickering light bulb dangled from a frayed wire, casting eerie shadows that danced along the walls. We cautiously ventured forward, the wooden floorboards groaning beneath our weight. As we shone our flashlight into the depths of the attic, our blood turned to ice. There, amidst the cobwebs and forgotten relics, stood a decrepit old doll, its porcelain face cracked and malevolent eyes fixed upon us. Before we could react, the doll's head snapped, rotating impossibly on its frail neck. A haunting laughter filled the air, reverberating through the cabin like a sinister melody. Fear paralyzed us as the doll's lifeless eyes seemed to pierce our souls. In a desperate bid to escape, we stumbled backward, tripping over our own feet and crashing onto the stairs. With renewed adrenaline, we sprinted down the stairs, our terrified screams echoing through the desolate cabin. We hastily gathered our belongings, fueled by the primal instinct to survive. As we raced to the Honda Civic, the storm intensified, its fury mirroring our own panic. The tires screeched against the icy road as we sped away from the cursed cabin, leaving behind the nightmare that had consumed our idyllic vacation. The horrors we experienced would forever haunt us, a reminder of the darkness that can lurk within even the most serene settings. As we reached the safety of civilization, we vowed never to speak of our harrowing ordeal. The memories would remain etched in our minds, an indelible scar on our souls. Skiing, once the epitome of joy and exhilaration, had transformed into a chilling nightmare, forever changing the way we viewed our shared passion. And so, the story of our ill-fated ski vacation became a whispered cautionary tale among locals, a chilling reminder that not all adventures are what they seem. As for us, we would forever carry the weight of that haunting encounter, a reminder of the darkness that can lurk beneath the snow-covered slopes of our beloved mountains. As the entity's tendrils of darkness ensnared us, we realized the futility of our struggles. Desperation and terror swirled within us, our spirits crushed under the weight of an overwhelming evil. The once vibrant spark of hope dimmed, replaced by a haunting resignation that we were mere pawns in a malevolent game. Each of us succumbed to the darkness in our own way. Some were consumed by madness, their screams merging with the cacophony of tormented souls. Others fell to their knees, their spirits broken, as they resigned themselves to their inevitable fate. The entity reveled in our suffering, relishing in the despair that permeated the air. Yet, amidst the chaos and despair, a flicker of defiance ignited within me. I refused to surrender to the darkness. Clenching my fists, I summoned the remnants of my shattered courage. With every fiber of my being, I fought against the encroaching shadows, determined to find a glimmer of salvation. As I navigated the treacherous depths of the cabin, each step was a battle against the malevolent force that sought to consume me. The air grew heavier, an oppressive weight pressing down on my chest. Whispers echoed through the corridors, taunting me with promises of pain and eternal suffering. In a forgotten corner of the cabin, I stumbled upon a weathered journal. Its pages were yellowed and brittle, the ink faded with time. With trembling hands, I turned the pages, hoping to uncover a clue, a shred of knowledge that could aid in my fight against the darkness. The journal belonged to a previous occupant of the cabin, a soul who had encountered the very horrors that now plagued me. Their entries chronicled a desperate struggle against an ancient malevolence, detailing rituals, symbols, and incantations passed down through generations. With newfound determination, I committed the sacred knowledge to memory, my mind focused on the singular goal of breaking free from this nightmarish prison. The rituals were harrowing, demanding sacrifices of both the physical and spiritual. Yet, the thought of escaping the clutches of the entity propelled me forward. As I performed the rites, an eerie calm settled upon the cabin. The air crackled with an otherworldly energy, as if the very fabric of reality strained against the dark forces at play. Shadows writhed and twisted, their grasp weakening with each incantation. The entity's presence wavered, its once dominant hold slipping away. But victory was not without sacrifice. The toll of the rituals weighed heavily on my body and soul. Every chant and symbol etched into my being carried a cost, as if I had become a vessel for the very darkness I sought to banish. The battle for freedom exacted a heavy price, and I could feel my essence teetering on the edge of oblivion. In a final act of defiance, I confronted the entity, standing before it with a resolve forged in the depths of despair. We locked eyes, its gaze filled with fury and hunger, while mine burned with a flicker of dwindling light. With every ounce of strength left, I unleashed the full force of the rituals upon the entity. A blinding burst of energy erupted, a clash between opposing forces. The air crackled with raw power, the cabin groaned under the strain. In that moment, time stood still as the battle raged on, the fate of my very existence hanging in the balance. And then, in a cataclysmic explosion of light and darkness, the entity was vanquished. Its form dissipated, its power shattered. The once haunted cabin returned to a state of eerie calmness, as if the horrors that unfolded were merely a distant memory. I emerged from the depths of the cabin, battered and weary, but victorious. The surrounding woods, once shrouded in darkness, were now bathed in the gentle glow of the rising sun. It was a symbol of hope, of new beginnings amidst the aftermath of unspeakable terror. As I left the cursed cabin behind, a newfound appreciation for life burned within me. The scars, both physical and emotional, would forever remind me of the horrors I had faced. But I emerged stronger, with a resilience forged in the crucible of darkness. The story of our ill-fated vacation would be etched in my memory, a chilling reminder of the depths of human fear and the indomitable spirit that can rise above it. The cabin would stand as a testament to the battles fought and the sacrifices made, a silent guardian of the horrors that once resided within its walls. And as I ventured back into the world, forever changed by the terrors I had witnessed, I carried with me a newfound appreciation for the light, a lingering vigilance against the encroaching darkness. For even in the face of unspeakable horror, the human spirit can endure, finding solace in the smallest glimmers of hope.